Episode 8 and 9 of Forbidden Mountain, reviewed here and now. This is going to be a great third episode of the review series, and I don't want to waste any more time. Make sure to go check out the series on Digital Cartoons channel, and let's dive straight into the review. The Last Sea Monster really gives the story the extra depth that it's been needing up to this point. A great strength of this episode is in focusing the attention solely on the group at the Syndicate base, which means we don't get anything from the other explorers. Thankfully, this is not to its detriment, as those storylines would likely just see them travelling for the 6th episode in a row. The more direct focus gives the episode a perfect opportunity to expand upon the characters and build tension in the story. The main story of this episode is told in the form of a flashback, which helps to build the world of the mountain and give purpose to the explorer's quest. This flashback focuses on Tom's backstory, detailing how he became a villain and explaining his goals and motives. We also get more information on Mr. H and Joe's backgrounds. The story told in this episode is so compelling and intriguing, and expands so much upon the world, which was once simply a mysterious mountain. Thankfully, this flashback does not give too much away, and leaves space for the events leading up to the series to be explored further. We still have that classic Forbidden Mountain sense of mystery, as we wonder how Tristan and Isaac will escape the clutches of the Syndicate, and who AJ is going to call. This builds tension as we wonder if the Syndicate has more allies, or if there is much more to AJ than meets the eye. This episode is such a huge step up from the rest of the series, and it's the point where the story becomes so much more than just a tale of explorers hiking a mountain. The tale of Mysterious Boy serves as a true successor to episode 8, sharing many of the same themes. It opens up once again with the Syndicate base, keeping the tension high as we fear what will happen to Tristan and Isaac. This scene grants far more character to Tristan, and he is certainly a highlight of this episode. This scene concludes with Tristan agreeing to take Tom to the temple, showing how close he really is to victory, and raising the stakes significantly. We then get a huge reveal when Tom says, "Remind AJ to tell Mysterious Boy it's time to pay his debt." This grants even more mystery to the plot, as we realise that AJ is certainly not what he seems, and we worry that Tom may use Nathan as a tool in his plan to destroy the mountain. We get a scene between Isaac S and Will, which builds on both their characters nicely. Then the scene we have been waiting for between AJ and Nathan commences, and our interest in the events that will unfold just keeps building with every piece of dialogue. We then return to the flashback sequence, and learn that Nathan and AJ are both from the same village as Tom and Joe, and were both there when Tom destroyed the village. We see Nathan get struck by the blast, and some sort of power comes over him, which makes us eager to find out what happened to him. This sequence is very emotive, and builds on an already great backstory even further. We also get a callback to the start of the series, which is nice to see with the improved quality of animation. The introduction of a mysterious spirit-like figure creates an even bigger mystery that leaves the viewer excited to see the next episode. Overall, this episode takes all that episode 8 does right, and uses it to form another great episode. That concludes the third episode of my Forbidden Mountain review series. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to check out this amazing series by Digital Cartoons. There'll be a link to his channel and an invite to the Forbidden Mountain Discord in the description below. That's it for today, but I'll be back soon to review the final episode of Season 1, Nightfall of Vengeance.